Recording.
Welcome to SciFrantic.
Here we are, SciFrantic, coming to you from. Where are we coming from?
We're not at Command Central anymore.
No, we thawed out. Thank God.
Yeah, the rain apocalypse went away.
Now we're just in. What kind of apocalypse are we in right now? Just kind of cold air apocalypse.
Yeah, just cold weather.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Is Claire still at Command Central?
Actually, dude, Claire is on assignment. I think she might be in Nashville. We don't know. She was going up there to help a little doggy.
Okay.
She loves dogs.
Fair enough.
But
hey, I'm Mike.
I'm the wall man.
Hey, I think he's right there, up there.
Minus Bill. Minus Bill today.
Yeah, no guest stars today, y'all. No guest stars. You had to put up with us.
Yeah, so let's tell the folks today what we got going on.
All right. Viewers, today what we're doing is we're not really doing a top 5 today. We're just going to go through and name some of our favorite autographs that we've gotten at conventions.
Yeah, since we've got Days of the Dead coming up, which I'd love to see at least a few of y'all. I've been told that a couple of the fans, SciFrantic's, is that right? SciFrantic fanatic might be there.
Fanatic.
So we're going to do a little, since, we're going to do something a little different today than the top 5 or talk about what current events. We're going to do a couple of signatures from the cons that we have done in the last.
Can I ask a question before we get in?
Absolutely. Shoot.
Okay. So you know who we're going to meet at this convention, like the big guy, right?
Well, the big reveal, which was Friday, was Brad Dourif.
Yes. So I want to ask everyone, I've got a couple things here that I want to get signed. I might get a Child's Play poster signed by him.
Is this going to be a poll? We're going to have our poll on there?
Yeah, well, we could put this this is like some Chucky, it's like a Bride of Chucky, like Laser Floyd, like all kinds of colors and stuff. And then I have
hey, pull it back. I just went to full screen you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this. So why is it yellow?
It's a brand that they do where it's just got all these like crazy colors to it.
Okay.
I don't know the name of what it is. It's just.
Well, my first reaction when I saw it was a Lego figurine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a special edition. I don't know if you could see it. It's a special edition right there.
What's on the back?
Usually it just says what other ones are in this.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So I think this one, I think it's just him. I don't know if they did one of the Bride of Chucky of Tiffany. I don't think they did one of Tiffany. But the other one is this one. It's just regular Bride of Chucky.
Let me get back on to you. Oh yeah. That's more the Chucky that the wall man is used to right there.
And I bring my own deco pens as well, like paint pens now.
Who is our proud sponsor, by the way? I don't know if you knew this or not.
Oh, Deco is signed with us?
Deco has signed with SciFrantic.
Okay.
We're monetized.
I use Deco color pens now. Now this has just been the last couple of years. I was a noob for a long time, and I didn't really think about what to sign with. But now I bring these Deco pens.
Well, they're like almost like paint pens, right?
They're paint pens, and they pop. They just depending on which color you put with it too. You don't want to. Well, a red on red.
Mike and me have been doing these cons long enough to see the Funko Pop thing absolutely explode.
When we started, the Funko Pop was not a thing.
No, and now it's,
or at least not in this way. They had the bobbleheads, but they didn't have these Funko Pops.
Now they almost charge you more to do Funko Pops, right?
They do. There's a lot of people that they'll charge you a set fee for the 8x10s. On their table, but then if you bring up like an action figure or a Funko Pop or a big poster or anything like that, they charge you like $40 more or $60 more. Just
and that's the problem with I would say rising in the con world is it's become a monetarily gained thing, like to sell stuff on eBay rather than fans getting to take advantage of it. I've noticed something in the years that I've been, and you'll see with my signatures, I always have my signatures personalized. There's a wall
You know,
man or on the wall on there somewhere.
so this is something, and some people get mad at him for it, but I can kind of see where he's going. But Corey Feldman, he will charge you $160
What?
for if you do a non-personalized autograph. Like if he doesn't personalize it. Now, if he personalizes it, I think he only charges like 80.
Well, I could kind of see where they're coming from because
He's not wanting people to sell it on eBay.
Well, yeah, they're
that's
not getting, but hey, they made their fortune. Am I
I
right?
mean, $80 is a lot of money for
Right, and it's almost like I'm not complaining about the signature game. I really am not because I love it so much. But like the prices keep going up, and I'll show you in this episode. I will show you my first signature, and I want to say it costs $30.
Yeah. Back then it was cheap. $30 was kind of expensive, but not too bad.
Yeah. Now
Back
they're
then,
like $130.
Yeah, that was like what 2000. When did you get that? 2010, 2009.
I would say 09. Yeah. So and you would get a selfie photo with your little crappy camera POS Kodak
Click.
SD card to right. See cheese. Look at the birdie. You would get your little photo for free, or either it was like $10.
Yeah.
So for $40, I got to meet somebody who I absolutely. Actually, my first photo, I couldn't even talk to the guy, and I'll explain that when we get to it. But
my name's Walls, and I really like Babylon.
Whoa! It's spoiler alert, Mike.
Well, the quiz is up on Instagram.
Spoiler alert. You're right. Who took the quiz? You and Claire. I swear. There's somebody though that was subscribed because of what you said. I think. Like you said, we got a subscriber from somewhere, but
thank you to whoever subscribed.
We got to get to 500. So, okay, let's start with this. Well, I've already got your photo up on the screen. Your first.
Oh, it's already up there.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, but we're about to screen share it and like get it really front and center. Hold on one second. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So let's talk about this.
All right. So this photo I had signed at two different conventions because it's two different people. So we've got Heather Langenkamp, who played Nancy in Nightmare on Elm Street, and she came back for a couple of others. I know she came back for part 3 and for New Nightmare.
Is she the one that's at the pool and the dad shows up with a shotgun?
I don't know.
There's one where Freddy's at a pool. And like
that's part 2, I think. There's like a pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not in that one.
Okay, sorry.
so she signed it at Days of the Dead. I forget what year it was. It had to be like 2016, 2015, somewhere around there. Days of the Dead, the one we're going to at the end of February here. And then Freddy, Robert Englund, I got in 2017 at a convention that is no longer. It was called Walker Stalker Convention here in Atlanta.
Which became Atlanta Comic-Con.
Yeah, it became Atlanta Comic-Con. It was a Walking Dead convention because at the time, Walking Dead, I mean,
there was nothing bigger.
There was nothing as big as that.
Yeah.
So funny thing is, over the past, like, I'd say 3 to 5 years, Robert Englund has grown in like people wanting his autograph, because when I went to Walker Stalker in 2017, I walked right up to his table and there was nobody there. And I got an autograph from him. And this is a busy convention. This wasn't like a dead convention. It was pretty busy. Now, what I was going to, actually, I was telling you earlier, there was a convention this past weekend called CreepyCon in California. And a few of the videos I watched on YouTube, people weren't happy because he only did like 100 autographs. But I mean, the man's,
I mean, he's got to be at this point 70 years old,
near 80 years old. I would
80
think.
years old,
mid 70s, and he probably gets tired. He was signing, I think, like 100 autographs each day, and I think they did a couple of extra, but a couple of people were complaining. They're like, "Oh, I couldn't get a ticket."
I can honestly say that obviously we're Sci-Frantic, we slant a little sci-fi, but when Halloween season comes around, we're gonna be, I don't know. I was trying to come up with a name or Frantic or I don't know. We'll do something clever. I don't know. Well, I'll get the feedback. I just
You know what I like? I like Mike Frantic because Michael Myers. No,
Well, that's fine. Yeah,
I'm just
we'll make
kidding.
it. You're definitely the horror guru on the squad. But the
That's
point I
true.
was trying to make is the horror genre has seemingly grown in the
It's
last
blown up.
15 years. Like Days of the Dead was like a small con, and to me it is. I wouldn't say it needs to be in two hotels, but it seems to have a diehard following that is unlike Dragon Con, where people are just kind of there to party. Like the fans at Days of the Dead, horror
They
fans, are
love
there
horror.
for horror and they love it. They tattoo it on their body. They get the makeup. I mean, it's like the Terrifier guy. He's like there's nobody bigger than him right now.
That dude, it always has a long line.
So
And the
Freddie,
people that come to Days of the Dead, they're really nice people too. Like you would think horror, you'd be kind of scared of everyone, but man, they're just the nicest people.
I mean, I was choked out by
Kane
Kane
Hodder.
Hodder. And what was he? And I quote: "It's always good to choke a ginger." I mean, and he's got me by the throat. I mean, he ain't playing around, dude. I mean,
Oh yeah. Do you know that? I think they made him. I think he had to stop doing that. I think somebody threatened to sue or something. Because
I do not doubt it, because he was quite aggressive with the wall man, and I was like, "Woo." you know, what are you doing, dude? But it's a great story to tell. The people and stuff, and yeah. So you got Robert. Funny thing about Robert Englund. Do you know who his roommate was in college?
I've heard this before, but I've forgotten who is it.
Mark Hamill,
Mark Hamill. That's
Luke
right.
Skywalker.
That's
He
right.
actually
Because,
told Mark Hamill to go, hey, you should try out for this part. And because I guess Robert Englund had the script to Star Wars and he gave it to Mark Hamill.
so he's the one that's responsible for Luke Skywalker.
Yep. Okay.
I will say in this picture though, I really like the picture. I did get it to Mike. Both of them were really nice. Heather Langenkamp was just amazing.
What's it say? 1-2, Mike?
So it says 1-2. Freddy's coming for you.
Ah.
And the top part says that Robert Englund signed Sleep Guild.
Let's get just on the photo here. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really good photo. Like it's really good. The Sharpie worked out on it. It looks good.
The silver Sharpie, which I think Battlestar guys were the ones I first noticed and started requesting silver Sharpies or gold Sharpies. And they just really look good. They're not as poppy as that paint, but it looks really good.
Yeah. And it's an 8x10. So Sharpies, as long as the background is like this is a black background on here. So
Yeah.
it looks
clean. What year would you say you got this completed?
Well, I think Robert Englund was 2017, and I think she was like the year before. I think she was 2016.
Okay.
They weren't at the same one. It was two different conventions.
Okay. Well, okay. Do you want to? You got any other comments on this one, or shall we move on?
They were both really cool. I'm glad to have a Robert Englund because now apparently you either can't get it or you wait in line for hours to get it. So
yeah, that's the problem with, like I said, the fame that comes along now. No doubt is our generation grew up with Robert Englund. I mean,
and like we were talking about earlier, like horror's blown up in the past like 5 years or so, and he's on the Mount Rushmore of horror. Freddy, Jason.
Absolutely, good question. So who's Freddy, Jason,
Michael Myers?
Who would be the fourth?
Oh, the fourth one's tough, man.
Maybe the Scream guy.
I would say Ghostface because I love Scream. That's who I would say, but you could go Pinhead, Leatherface, Chucky. I mean, it could be.
Wow. Yeah, that fourth.
I would go Ghostface.
That fourth. So we got Jason on there, right? We did put Jason, right?
Yeah, Jason, okay. Freddy, Michael Myers. Those three are locked. Like that, I can't see anybody replacing those. But then I would say Ghostface because Ghostface.
Excellent.
They're doing Scream 7's coming out at the end of this month, so they've done 7 of them. I think Ghostface is pretty sealed in.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do some kind of review on that, right?
I will definitely. It's going to be an IMAX, so I'm definitely going to see it tonight.
Where are you going to go see it? Is it like in like North Georgia?
No, tomorrow, dude.
Oh, they got IMAX up there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
can see up there.
they got you. Well, I don't think I've seen I've seen maybe the first three. Moving on. Okay, which photo do you want to do next, Mike?
Let's see. Let's see. We got Carrie Fisher. Let's go Carrie Fisher.
Ooh, I like it.
So, I don't know how many conventions Carrie Fisher did. Like,
I want to say maybe 2 in the history we've been doing them.
yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if she did a lot of them in like Los Angeles or something, but I know around here she only came to Atlanta. Like, I'd say maybe one.
And
Maybe.
I feel like we had one Mark Hamill, and I feel like we had one Carrie Fisher.
So
in our time, I'm sure back in the '90s they were here, but
one thing I don't like, or one, obviously I love this photo. I love that she signed it. She was really nice. I hate that I didn't get a photo with her because obviously now it's too late. But
well, let's look at this. Let's look at this signature for a minute. See, this is what I'm talking about. She did this in pen.
Yeah, well,
this is in fountain pen, right?
No, that's a Sharpie.
Are you sure? Let me see here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody signs in fountain pen. I hope nobody signed in.
So it was like a thin blue Sharpie.
Yeah, it might be thin, but it is a Sharpie for sure. Fountain pen, gosh. If somebody signed something in a fountain pen, I'd be upset.
Well, she's in her famous slave layer outfit there.
That is the slave layer, and I had to go for it. There was other photos up there, but and another thing, when I look at photos, I look at something that's going to be good to sign. Like she could sign up there too. Mike, now she signed over herself with that, which I think she does because she doesn't like that photo as much. She doesn't like the slave Leia costume as much. But if you don't like it, why did you have a photo up there? But
how do you not like it? It's so iconic.
It is iconic.
I mean, when we were going, I think the year she was there was like 600 slave Leia costumes. Yeah. Remember, we were in the Hilton, I believe, and it was like 100. They were all getting together to go do the photo op. And it's like, holy crap, this is an epic
You still
photo.
see them to this day. It's like there's always going to be
slave Leia. Google Olivia Munn slave Leia. She kind of made it. She kind of put it on the map. She was G4. I don't know if you remember this, but like this is like 2010.
Yeah.
And she was at San Diego Comic-Con and pretty much put cosplay kind of on the map as far as that goes.
I know there's an episode of Friends where Jennifer Aniston dresses up in it too, because it's like David Schwimmer's character is like green. So I thought that was kind of cool too. But she was really nice. We went to her panel. Her panel was great because she's hilarious. One cool thing that I do remember about that panel that I thought was kind of neat. Someone asked her if there was a role that she had missed out on or said she couldn't do. And she said the movie Days of Heaven, which is
Days of Heaven.
Yeah, Days of Heaven is a great movie, and she missed out on that role. And I remember her saying that.
What's Days of Heaven? Who's in it?
It's Terrence Malick directed it. He's really great director.
He was County Monty Bomb or whatever it is. Was it that Robin Williams movie that came out in the 80s?
Oh,
what was the movie with like the Count Rosenbaum? He's like a French, like, oh my gosh, it was like in the like late 80s, early 90s.
I don't know, but
okay, we'll get back to you on that.
Richard Gere was in Days of Heaven. I forget who plays the female lead in that though. I want to say Sissy Spacek, but I don't think it was her. I think it was somebody else.
Well, clearly this photo was taken, you want to think, around the Return of the Jedi days, right?
I mean, it would have to be, right? Because she's in
for promotional purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could have been done a couple of years later or a year later.
But it's a great photo. I've got, it's one of those things. I'm like you said before, I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I can watch it. The first 3 I can watch, and I think Empire Strikes Back is a great movie. Star Wars is really good, and Empire, I think, or not Empire, Return of the Jedi. I feel I'm not a big Ewoks.
Well, but the Jabba scene is incredible, and obviously the battle indoors.
Anything with Jabba the Hutt's cool.
Yeah,
but
definitely Ewoks are the weak part of the movie, but it's made for kids.
Yeah, that's true. And like I said, when I was a kid, I probably loved it. But
and I was a kid in 1983. I was 1 year old.
we're gonna say how old we were.
yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, yeah. The common joke for Ensign Mike is he's never born.
What 83? Gosh,
would you say this was your first crush?
That's tough to say, man. You know what? The first crush I would say would probably be Elizabeth Shue in Karate Kid.
Wow. Not Back to the Future.
No. Or either Susanna Hoffs of the Bengals. One of those two.
Oh yeah, you love the Bengals.
Love the Bengals.
I'm gonna go with Jennifer Connelly, Labyrinth.
Okay.
Which is kind of creepy now because she was like 15, but I was like 6, so it worked, right?
Down in the underground.
Yeah, what a great one. Okay, moving on. I guess we're gonna do one of mine.
Moving on up.
I got mine here in person. One of mine. Also got mine digitally. But how can I do signatures without who's the greatest sci-fi captain of all time?
Jeez. Does Eddington become a captain on the? No. William Shatner.
That's right.
Captain
Kirk, the OG. Can you even see his signature? Oh my God.
Again, it's a thumbnail. It's like a little post stamp on mine.
Unfortunately, I love the photo that he had. This was one of those situations where he didn't have a lot of photos to choose from. And his signature is, I mean, you can't really make it out, but let's see if I get a light on it. But I can't even really make out what he wrote. William T.
We both met him. Neither one of us did that we should have. We should have asked him to sign Con and please put 25 A's in there.
Well, you couldn't stop talking to him about freaking Howard Stern. Let's just be honest.
I did. They had talked about him the day before on the Stern show.
Right. They had because him and Sulu.
George
Takei. And he's just, get over it, dude. He's always complaining about my boy Bill. Have you seen Shatner's new Super Bowl ad?
No, I haven't.
You ain't seen it? Supposedly, he's the man reinvents himself like every 10 years. It's pretty incredible. So the new thing that's going on right now, which I need to play this ad. So the new thing that's going around is, I guess somebody caught him driving and eating Raisin Bran.
Yeah, that's right. He was eating cereal in his car. Yeah.
So who do you think is this new ad?
I'm guessing Raisin
Bran. Yes. Hold on, I gotta play the ad. Hold on, you just keep chatting. I gotta figure.
So this what so the Kirk signature. I'm assuming Walt's got at the Atlanta Comic Con or Atlanta Star Trek convention, which was 1 year. We got 1 year of it. One of the greatest conventions I've ever been to. It was on the smaller side, but they had so many Star Trek people there, so many great panels.
Yeah, it was
got to meet so many people.
Well, and Shatner was like a small piece of it. Like, I think he just came for like 1 day, right?
He just came 1 day. He was just there 1 day.
Okay, hold on.
So we got to meet like Jonathan Frakes, like I think we talked about before. Like we're downstairs eating breakfast, and we're at one table across from Michael Dorn and Jonathan Frakes sitting there eating breakfast. And we're sitting in the hotel lobby of the Westin in Atlanta, and Jonathan Frakes comes through, and he's like, we're all drinking Red Bulls. He's like, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bulls for everybody, and we're just laughing.
Yeah, and it's so good.
One night we're at the bar, and we're being nerds, and we're playing like a movie card game, and the whole Rat Pack, which is Jeffrey Combs and Casey Biggs, Max Grodenchik,
Casey Biggs, Max Grodenchik, Jeffrey Combs, and who's the fourth one? Admiral Forrest.
Yes, from Enterprise. God, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember his name. they're all there, and they're all just sitting there like eating chips and drinking, and we're sitting there playing a card game.
Okay, dude. Here, I got to pull it up, so we got to check
Okay.
this out. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Will Shadd here, bringing fiber to the masses.
I can't hear it,
Kellogg's
though.
Raisin Bran.
He said, Will Shat bringing fiber to the masses. Will Shat. They're doing a take on, you know what? You get what you get it, right?
In the house.
I mean, it's tough for me to see this.
He's
It's like,
saying
again,
shat in the house.
Perfect.
Oh.
Like, Will shat on a car. That's what they're saying.
Oh, okay. I got
Fiber, right?
Fiber, happy gut.
Yeah.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran makes its Super
I tell you
Bowl
what, he knows how to
LX
make money.
debut
That's
by
for sure.
turning gut health
The
messaging
man
into a playful
reinvents
sci-fi
himself.
parody.
It's incredible. It really is incredible. Okay. Let me take that off. Put our photo back up there. Just had to segue in it. I'm sorry. So William Shatner. Like, you get herded through like cattle. You don't even get to say, hey, I mean, all the things I want to say to the man, I didn't say. You know, I mean, so it is what it is. You move on. So, okay. What about you, Michael? What's next?
I tell you what, let's do Dread.
Ooh. I like it.
So
What does it say right here? Ooh.
This is Carl Urban. He did a movie called Dread, which, good gosh, how long ago was this now? Over 10 years, right?
Yeah, we got the signature, or the movie came out.
We did?
Are you asking since the movie came out?
No,
or
I'm
since we got
asking, when did the
signature?
movie come out?
Yeah, we got to be 10 years. Well, I mean, dude, it's 2025 right now. That movie might have came out in 2012. You know
Good
what?
gosh.
I'll look it up and I'll let you know.
So this one's from Dragon Con. I forget what year, but it had to be pre-COVID. So I'm thinking about 2019, 2018. He played Dredd, and he signed it, "I am the law," which is Judge Dredd's famous line. And I always like that. Funny enough, I always quote the Stallone version.
I am
I am the law.
the law.
I am the law.
Throw down your weapons.
But I really like Carl Urban in this. Much respect from me because he wore the helmet the whole time. Because that's what Dredd does. He does not take the helmet off. The Stallone movie, it's pretty much 90% of the movie he's not wearing the mask. And he does that. Judge Anderson, played by, what's her name? I think it's Olivia Thirlby.
Oh, she's so good. In that
He's
movie.
really good as well as Judge Anderson.
So that was in my top 5 sci-fi movies all time.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you get an autograph from Carl?
Absolutely, I did. You know, I'll go get it in a
And
second.
photo?
Yeah. Hold up one second. I'll let you know.
Okay. I will fill the air here. So this is Dredd, Carl Urban. I've been fortunate enough to meet him twice. I met him at the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas in 2017, and I met him at Dragon Con, I think a year or two later. Got photo ops at both. Real cool dude. Talked to him for a little while. We talked about Dredd. We talked about Lord of the Rings. The man's been in everything. He's in the Lord of the Rings franchise. He's in Dredd. He's in Star Trek. He's Bones in Star Trek. He's in The Boys, which is what most people know him for now. I think he's in Doom as well.
What have you been talking about?
Just movies that Carl Urban's in, and
Let's see.
all the franchises he's in, like Lord of the Rings, Star Trek.
That's what I was going to say to you. Is he the ultimate sci-fi guy?
Gosh, he's got to be up there, fantasy sci-fi, because
Lord of the
everything
Rings,
he does.
Star
He's about
Trek.
to be, yeah. He's about to be Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Speaking of, photo with Carl Urban. You, me, and Mike.
No, that's the one from Dragon Con. Yep.
Yeah. Look at how much bigger I am than him. Yeah. Let's see. I think you were standing on your tippy toes.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Maybe. Yeah, we're both taller than me, so I have to stand on my tippy toes to look a little taller.
Oh, yeah, Admiral Forrest. Here he is. Mm,
So
I'm still
we
looking,
got
dude.
that at Dragon Con. I went to the
Oh,
Las
yeah.
Vegas one in 2017 with Clark.
Okay. Actually, dude, I got a different photo. Can you see it? You can't see it, but
I can't really see it, but
it's him. Looks like in the scene where he's in the kitchen fighting the other judges,
oh, okay,
and
gotcha.
he put Walls hot shot.
Hi, that's good. Yes,
I am the law.
I am the law.
Well, I loved where he goes hot shot, and he's like, "Huh? Hot shot? Bleep 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 bleep." Burns that dude up with the freaking lawgiver. You know?
I like when he would ask her, he's like, "Are you ready? You don't look ready."
You know, one of my I'm not a big fan of the Kelvin timeline of Star Trek, but he is by far the best part of the movie.
Yeah, Bones is incredible.
That line where he's like, "Space is like disease and danger wrapped in darkness and silence." What a great line.
That is probably the biggest moment, but the second biggest has to be when he's on that planet with Spock, and then they've accepted they're about to die or something,
Yeah.
and Spock gets beamed up, and he's like, "Typical."
Typical. That's Beyond. That's probably the best scene in Beyond for sure. Wow. You know what? You didn't get to see my Carl Urban good enough, so I'm gonna get a full screen of me, and we're gonna see it one more time because it's beautiful. And
Well,
I
if
don't know.
not, I'll watch it on my TV when you post
Yeah,
this.
you're gonna see it really good. Oh God. Jeffrey Combs right there. Yeah. There he is. Hot shot. Walls. Hot shot.
Hot shot.
What a great line. Good signature choice, Mike. Okay. Well, I just showed my Carl Urban, so
We picked a few, like I think I've got like 8 or 9 on here, and I mean that's out of I've got to be up around 200 or more at this point, and maybe more than that. I don't know, but I don't know. Next we can go with let's go with 2001: A Space Odyssey here.
2001: A Space Odyssey. Dun dun dun.
Hey, you remember when we went to that panel? Do you remember when we went to the Dragon Con panel and the moderator was like, "Before they come in, I want y'all to start," and like they had us singing
the song?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I'm sure it happened.
Okay, you were probably drinking.
I had a few cranberry vodkas that day.
Some Romulan ale.
Yeah. It's legal now.
So this one is Keir Dullea from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yep. He is Dave. I was blanking on the name for a second there. But I got
open the pod bay door, Hal.
Remember when we got him to sign that, and he said that wasn't his line?
What?
Keir Dullea, he's like, "That's not my line," and I remember us looking at him and being like, "Yeah, it is."
It's funny. I got the exact same photo.
Oh, you got an autograph too? Okay.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, what does he say right there? He does say open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Yeah.
What did he say on yours?
Same.
Open the pod bay door.
Okay. Yeah. So he's 2001, if y'all watched the top 5 sci-fi movies, 2001's my favorite sci-fi movie. He's incredible in this. He's also in an old slasher movie called Black Christmas. He kind of plays the bad guy in that. Which,
yeah. At this point, how old is he? Still alive?
I think so. I hadn't heard anything. So he was pretty old when we met him, and that's got to be.
Fortunately, Corey didn't get a photo with him. Our buddy Corey's usually the kiss of death.
Well, I got him. I actually got a selfie photo with him. It was an honor to get to meet him, and I think I told my Gary Lockwood story in another one of these videos. Gary Lockwood is the other guy, Frank, in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I was going to get his autograph, and he basically talked himself out of it, or talked me out of it. He kept trying to sell me this like $1,000 statue. And I was like, no, I don't want that.
It's a great story.
But I was gonna spend the $40, $50 or whatever to get his autograph. And another guy walked up and he started talking to that guy instead of doing my autograph. And I was like, okay, well, you don't want my money. guess I'll leave.
So what? He was trying to sell you an autobiography?
No, he was trying to sell me a statue. It was like a statue of his character from 2001. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful statue, but it was like $1,000, and I didn't have that kind of money. So I was like, no, I don't really want that. And he talked to us for a while, me and Clark, but I was like, I kept on waiting for him to take my money to, sign a photo or something. He just wouldn't. He kept trying to sell me that statue. Like I said, another guy came up and he started talking to that guy, and I was like, okay. But that's not Keir Dullea. That was Gary Lockwood. Keir Dullea, great guy. We talked to him for a few minutes, sat down, got a photo with him. Really nice.
Yeah, we saw Keir at what, Dragon Con? Maybe like 5 years ago.
No, Dragon Con, gosh, that had to be over 10 years ago because it's been a while.
Jeez. Years
it's been
are
a
really
while
trucking.
since that photo.
Okay. Well,
you want me to do another one, or you want to go to your next one?
I think I'll do one of mine.
Okay.
So I got a little video playing here.
I see it.
Yeah. You know who that is?
Is that Hudson?
Who's the guy in the green shirt?
Is that Hudson or is that Hicks?
That's a Conan O'Brien. Oh, that's me, you big dummy. Yes, and Michael Biehn. So
I was doing an aliens joke. You just didn't get it.
Oh yeah, I heard the Hudson joke. I heard the joke. So I think I've told this story before, which I'll tell it many, many times, because when I met Michael Biehn, I was a real young man. I was probably in my 20s, and he was like my hero. I mean, it wasn't like the first signature I got where I was like tongue tied. I actually had a really good conversation with him. Like, he made fun of me working at Lowe's, and he's just, I was so awestruck. He's like, "What are you doing, man?" I was like, "Well, I'm going back to school." And oh, that's cool, And he signs my signature, which is right here, the original, right? So let me pull up Just Wall here. Transition here. So he signed this one. So when I got there, I was a little late. I think I could only go one day this year. I had to work at Lowe's. And he didn't have any Aliens photos left. And I was very disappointed in that because I loved Aliens. Aliens was my favorite sci-fi movie. And so I went with this photo of Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese in Terminator 2. It's not even in the movie. It's a freaking dream sequence. It's cut out of the movie. But I wanted him to sign Eat This, which now it's got like a little bit of a sexual undertone. Because, as you know, in Aliens, he puts a shotgun in Xeno's mouth and he goes, "Eat this!" Boom! And he blasts the... And Michael Biehn goes, "You do know this is not that movie, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, dude, but you don't have any more freaking Aliens photos. So what am I supposed to do?" Because I wanted my favorite photo. As you can see, this photo is a little worn out. I've had it for so long. I mean, this is probably 17 years old, maybe 18 years old. So that being said, I took off that day and went to work, and I left the photo. I left it at the con. I was so enamored with the man, I walked off and left it. So I was so devastated. I couldn't go back because my boss at the time wouldn't give me days off for Dragon Con. Yeah, and you laugh. Every boss I've ever had since, I've said, "Hey, is it okay if I have Labor Day weekend off?" Like, I ask every boss. And they're always like, "Why?" "I want Dragon Con off." Okay, so that being said, I sent 2 buddies to go get my photo. So the first buddy, I believe it was Johnny, went by and he got this photo. But then I sent, I think, Julie or I sent somebody, I don't remember who it was, a second buddy. And Michael Biehn goes, "Well, wait a minute, I've already given this away to somebody." He's like, "Here's another one." So if you look at the video scrolling by, he signs another one from the Abyss, which he's this Navy SEAL guy. He has 2 walls. You forgot your signature, dumbass. Michael B. So I got 2 signatures for the price of 1, and Michael Bean called me a dumbass. So I think it's a good day.
Quite a treasure there.
I think it's a good day. I'm gonna let everybody. I'm gonna zoom in, let everybody see it.
Now when we went to Days of the Dead when he was there a few years ago for right around the time Dark Fate came out, did you meet him again then?
Yes.
Did you tell him the story?
I told him the story, and he didn't.
Is he like, leave me alone?
No, he was very nice. He actually was like, he almost was like mad that he made fun of me about working at Lowe's. I don't know why. Like, he's like, I did that. I was like, yeah, dude. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's like, and he didn't remember the signature situation. So, what's the point of this story? He's going to be at Days of the Dead again this year. I think I'm going to take the photo of me and him and let him sign it.
You should get since you have a Terminator 2 photo signed with a Aliens quote.
Yes.
And then an Abyss photo signed with just a Michael Bean quote. You need to get a Tombstone photo with a Terminator quote.
That's brilliant. I think you're right. What should I get though?
What quote?
Yeah, should we go?
Come with me if you want to live.
That's a generic line. Is that what we're gonna go with?
I mean, there's a reason why it's generic because it's incredible. It's a great line.
Come with me if you want to live. But they both say that. Him and Arnold says that line.
You know, he says it in part 2. So Michael Bean is the originator. He's original.
Yeah. Come with me if you want to live.
Well, you know what? Go up to him and ask why Sarah Connor would sleep with a guy who's wearing a homeless man's pants.
That man just took my shoes.
And he's raw dogging it
bright light.
He's not wearing underwear either, so it's even more gross.
Oh God, dude! And it's like got paint and shit all over it. Those pants are really gross. Hey, Mister, did you just see a bright light? He just stole my pants. What a great scene. Yeah, that's a great scene. Yeah. So Michael Bean, great signatures, great story. We can't wait to see him again. Hopefully he'll remember me at some point. Maybe he'll watch this episode. I don't know.
Subscribe. Comment, like, and subscribe, Michael.
See, there's a younger, skinnier wall man on the screen. You know, about 100 pounds. Well, I don't know. I was probably like, I don't know, maybe 230 then. So I've got like 60, 70 pounds on me. But do you have a Bucky shirt on?
A Bucky's hoodie on.
God, that's lame.
He's comfortable, man. I love it.
Bucky's is not a sponsor of SciFrantic. Racetrack is.
Bucky's is a sponsor of Mike Frantic.
Okay.
I will take all the triple meat sandwiches and banana pudding and beef jerky you want to give me.
Oh, God. But I don't know if you can see it, but this is a great photo of him. He's got the little mustache, 2 walls. You forgot your signature, dumbass. Michael Bean. I need to look and see. His signature is spot on the same too. I don't know if you can see it, but it is spot on the same in both signatures. Okay, dude. I think that was pretty good.
Days of the Dead this month, February 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Looking forward to
Come
it.
out.
Got around.
Come say hello.
Come see. Come actually meet Claire. She does exist. Corey will be there with maybe a girlfriend.
We'll have Claire on assignment there, though.
Yeah, she'll be the camera woman.
Reporting from the bathroom.
From the pool deck.
We have to make sure somebody else ain't there.
For real. God. I ain't bringing that story up. Okay, let's go to the next photo. Who you want to do next? So we done. We got Bill Paxton. We can go Paxton.
Well, we could do Bill Paxton. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So this is one of my favorites because I've gotten all three of them to sign it, and it's a photo from a movie called Near Dark. Now, a lot of you might not have heard of that because I don't think you can really find it on streaming.
It's owned by the Germans.
Maybe it is, but
Every movie that they in the 80s is owned by the Germans. That's when I get a counter right strike.
all right, I was fortunate enough to buy the Blu-ray when it first came out, and it came out whenever Twilight was big. So the cover makes it look Twilight-ish, even though it's nothing like Twilight. It's dark and gritty, like dirty vampire movie. Like even looking at them in that photo, I mean, they look dirty, but they're it's kind of like
who are we looking at? Who are the three characters here?
It's a modern day Western here with Lance Henriksen, who's on the far left. You got Jeanette Goldstein in the middle. You got Bill Paxton on the far right.
Is she playing an Irish vampire, a Mexican vampire, or who else is she playing?
I don't really think they talk about where they're from.
Well, you get the joke, right? I mean, she's played Irish woman in Titanic.
Oh, okay.
So I guess just a trashy woman in T2.
So with this photo, I was fortunate enough to get Bill Paxton at Houston Comic Palooza. Him and Jeanette Goldstein, they were both there. Bill Paxton, when I talked to him, was a great interaction. He was so nice. I actually joked around with him. So we had went to a panel at Houston Comic Palooza. They did an Aliens panel. It was I think it was the 35th anniversary. No, it was the 30th anniversary of Aliens. And so they had most of the cast was there. It's pretty much everyone but Lance Henriksen was there. And everyone kept saying when they auditioned for the role of Hudson, which was Bill Paxton's character. So after like the third or fourth person says it, Bill Paxton, he goes like this. He puts his hands up and he's like, "What the F?" You know, he's like, "What's going on here? Everyone auditioned for my part?" And so when I went up to meet him to get the autograph, I was like, "Hey man, congratulations." And he looks up at me. He's like, "What for?" And I was like, "Well, you got the role of Hudson. I auditioned for it." And he just starts laughing. And he's like, "Yeah, what was with that?"
Bill Paxton. Yeah.
Great guy.
Great
he was so nice, so talented. I mean, he's in Terminator. No, there's our Bill Paxton photo there.
Me and Mike at Comic Palooza.
Yep, we got a photo with him.
If I can get just a wall photo here. Let me transition. Yep. Great photo of us. He was phenomenal.
Great guy. I mean, so talented. So many great movies.
He was he's exactly how he is in the movies. Like, yeah. Bill, you meet stars, and you know this, Mike. You meet stars, and I'm not trying to name any names. Who was the guy that was in that holds the boombox up? What's his name?
I don't know his real name, but I know who you're talking about. He's in the X-Files. He's one of the aliens. I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. He's got the boombox movie.
Oh, you're talking about John Cusack.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about in Terminator with Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton is the guy. I know you're talking about the other guy that's in all kinds of Star Trek movies. No, Cusack. We met him. He was not very nice. But
wait. Hold on. God, I wish I had some sunglasses in here. Like he was at the convention with a hat like mine, like pulled all the way down.
Yeah,
sunglasses on, like something like up to here. It was like, dude, if you don't want to be here, you should
like this.
I mean, he was completely.
I would have never known it was John Cusack.
Yeah, if he wasn't sitting at a table that said John Cusack, I wouldn't have known it was him.
That was an interesting con because both him and Dreyfuss were not very friendly.
Yeah, Dreyfuss.
And that was Days of the Dead, right?
That was Days of the Dead.
But the point I'm trying to make, I shouldn't be so negative right now. I should be positive. Is Bill Paxton was exactly how he is in the movies, like the way he talks to people. The way he interacted with you is like, oh my God, you are Uncle Bill Paxton. You know, I could just be your friend forever. Unfortunately, soon after that con, we lost him.
That's why the next year, I think.
Due to surgery. The only thing I can say to somebody like Bill Paxton is he burns so hard and so brightly that he burns half as long. And it is a pleasure to have Bill Paxton with us. He's one of my favorite. The fact that we able to meet him and get a signature is incredible.
I mean, for that convention, that was the first convention that we ever traveled out of state to go to.
Yeah.
Like Houston Comic Palooza. I remember calling you, and because they had announced Sigourney Weaver and Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we can go meet Sigourney Weaver and Bill Paxton at a convention.
Right.
And you were like, I'm in. You're like, let's go.
Yeah.
And
because it wasn't that expensive. I mean, it was, we ended up
Ben-
spending $1,000 or whatever on the whole thing, but
flight and hotel and stuff.
yeah, it wasn't that bad. And let's not bring up the Embassy Suites
happy hour.
happy hour.
That was fun too.
I will say this though, I did not like Houston. No offense to Houston
Yeah.
people. It seemed like it was closed. The town was closed. It was like a Friday, and I remember it was very hot, like an oven.
We went to that the Blues.
Yeah,
House
Dan
of Blues.
Aykroyd's place. Yeah,
Yeah, and there was not much going on there, and they acted like they didn't want us to come in.
yeah. We just didn't have a good experience in the actual city of Houston.
Yeah, a lot of Astros fans came to the Embassy Suites thing.
That's
too.
right. They had a game, and remember, LeBron James was playing in the finals that week.
Oh yeah, that's when we were coming back from Houston. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, getting back to the photo, though, I want to veer off too far because I want to talk about the other two people too.
Yep.
Bill Paxton, great. Jeanette Goldstein, I met her at that convention. I've met her since as well because my mom is a huge fan of Vasquez. And
Well, let's not mention all three of these people are in Aliens.
they're all in Aliens. I mean, so Catherine Hardwicke directs Near Dark, and I think she was
Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow, that's what I meant. Catherine Bigelow. I think Catherine Hardwicke directed them.
Yeah.
Catherine
Jim
Bigelow.
Cameron's wife, by the way.
Jim Cameron's wife. So that kind of explains why, they might have some shared characters at this point.
Yeah. Definitely.
But Jeanette Goldstein, great. She, again, my mom got to meet her about 2 years ago here in Atlanta at Days of the Dead. Vasquez, she loves her. And when I got to meet her, I got to talk to her for a bit. She was so sweet. I loved her. Lance Henriksen was incredible. I met him in Texas as well. Now, it wasn't the same convention, but I met him at Texas Frightmare in 2022. And I brought this photo up to him, and I think we've talked about this before, but I brought this photo up to him, and he looked at the photo, and he saw that Bill had signed it, and just a wave of emotion came over. He just kind of put his head down and started shaking his head, and he was like, "I love that guy."
Yeah.
He's like, that was my brother, and he's like, he talked about like stuff they did on this and like Aliens. He talked to my mom. It was the first time my mom had ever flown because she flew with me out to Dallas. And he asked her if she was scared, and she was like, no, I had fun. I thought it was really fun. He's like, women, they're just so tough. They're just so tough, and he just started talking. We talked to him for a good, I'd say 5 minutes or so, and just nicest guy. Love Lance, love Bill, love Jeanette. They all three incredible. This is why this photo will always be one of my favorites, because all three of them have signed it. It's one of my favorite vampire movies, and all three of them are great people.
Yeah, and I have Lance signed as well. I actually have all three of these people as well. The photo I have is an Aliens photo. I'm not going to show it on this episode because it's kind of a grand finale. I loved, obviously, Bill Paxton too. I think the photo, when they took the cast photo that I have, they didn't understand what kind of character Hudson was going to be because he's like almost in the back. And he commented on that. He's like, "Why am I on the back?" Well, I'm sure it's because on paper Hudson was not much of a character. He dies, but he made it, memorable. And I think of a Tom Cruise quote. He's like, he doesn't make movies great. He makes I'm going to misquote it. I need to look it up, but he basically implied that
You're paraphrasing.
Yeah, he takes characters who are interesting and makes them great. And that's definitely what any character that Bill Paxton played is going to be interesting and great. Same thing with Lance.
If y'all get a chance to watch Near Dark, if it ever comes out streaming or you get a chance to buy a DVD or Blu-ray, I fully recommend it. It's a great vampire film. There's a little boy in it who is actually Jason Patrick's brother. Jason Patrick is Michael from the Lost Boys, and both of them are the sons of the what are they called, pastors or whatever from The Exorcist, the main priest.
Wow.
That guy, they were both his sons. But Lance Henriksen, he also signed a photo from my mom at that convention whenever he's been torn in half by the Alien Queen.
Right.
And after Ripley has saved the day, he signed it not bad for a human.
Yeah, which, as I said in an earlier podcast that we did, that's the name of his book, which I have signed as well from Lance. Okay, so Mike, we're at 55 minutes, so much for having a shorter episode. Okay, so
I think I've got 3 more on here. One of them, me and you are going to share. So you want me to just go through my next 2?
Well, I was going to do Bruce Boxleitner.
Okay, who is that?
Since the poll was about Bruce Boxleitner. Okay, so if you can see on the video that I've got playing, the first signature I ever got at DragonCon ever was Bruce Boxleitner.
Ever?
Ever. The first signature ever. Walking to DragonCon 2009, you see him sitting there, and I was, holy shit, that's Captain John Sheridan. The answer to the poll was John Sheridan, second captain of Babylon 5. And I just remember, I think I was with you or
I was with you because I remember when you went up to him because we had to talk you into it.
Yeah, right. I was like generally like scared. So I just go up there and I was like, I'm your biggest fan.
Like Kathy Bates in Misery.
Yeah. And he's like, hey man, great. Nice to meet you. What do you want to write? My name's Steve. So he signs it and you can see the photo. It's a great photo, great signature. You know, got a little shaky thing going on there. And then, he's in his, like, that second uniform that they get in Babylon 5. Okay, so Babylon 5 is my all-time favorite sci-fi show all time. We haven't done anything really Babylon 5. Claire asked me the other day, when are you going to start talking about Babylon 5?
Wait, when did you talk to Claire?
We use what do you call it? Osmosis or whatever? I don't know what it is. What is it? Telepathy, psychic power. She goes, what I watch Babylon 5 all the time. I just haven't, I wanted to get the show right, like our production right, before we start getting into like Babylon 5. Because Babylon 5, I will probably do episode by episode at some point.
Well, that's a deeper dive sci-fi too. Like, starting off, we kind of want to go with what people know, and that's going to be Star Trek, Aliens.
Yeah, and like I said, I will at some point do a Babylon 5. I mean, I would love to talk about every episode. Honestly, I'd like to talk about every episode of every sci-fi show ever. If we're doing this for like 10 years, I would love it,
We'd have to do more than once a week.
True. Well, it's 52 episodes. We could do a season 1 of B5.
A year would be one season.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hadn't really figured out the logistics of it, but we're gonna do something. I love Babylon 5. All my buddies know I love Babylon 5. Commander Sinclair I loved him, but I didn't get to meet I would love to have a Michael O'Hara photo sitting here, but unfortunately he passed away. And
Babylon 5 has that curse, man. Like a lot of their people passed away young.
Very young. Like the doctor, he was like my age now.
Yeah.
Jakar smoked like a freaking chimney, but Malari's still alive, so there's a few, Babylon 5 gets zero love today. Like it gets less love than when it was out. It's just, it's on Tubi, it's on Roku. I recommend watching it. I'm sure when we do Babylon 5 content, nobody's going to know what we're talking about, and I'm fine with that because I love Babylon 5. I don't care. So
this is where you're going to get in the comments if someone's watched this far, and they're like, "Wait a second, I like Babylon 5. What's he talking about?"
I'm sure a couple of guys comment, "Nah." But Babylon 5 is hold on, let me go. Is Babylon 5 the greatest science fiction show ever?
Well, you just said it was.
The Wallman says absolutely, but
I'm going to say nah. I mean, I love Babylon 5, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't be my number one.
It just I'm not even going into a deep dive about.
It would be in my
Babylon 5 right
top 5, though. It would be in my top 5, but
Like,
it would.
to me, shows rip Babylon 5 off now. Like the whole arc stuff, which
It started telling the long form storytelling for
long form arc was Babylon 5, and it did it first.
It and DS9 at the same time, but Babylon 5 did it.
Well,
I think better.
You do know that Michael Straczynski says that DS9 it was Babylon 5. They ripped it off. He went to Paramount with the Babylon 5 Bible, and that's how they come up with DS9. There's clearly not a lot of similarities between the two shows, other than it's a space station, Commander Sinclair, Commander Cisco. There's a character named Valen in both. Ducat, there's a character named Ducat in both. So I love them both, but B5 was my fan. Okay, I'm going to start crying if I talk about B5 anymore. Okay, Mike, let's see which one you want to go to next.
Well, I guess we're going Batman next.
Ooh, who? Oh, this is a surprise. Who is the best Batman?
Yeah, who is your favorite actor that's played Batman?
Who is your favorite actor plays Batman?
Gosh, for me personally,
let's go with the signature you got here, because this is who you got.
Val Kilmer. I met him at Atlanta Comic-Con a couple years ago. Hey, his Batman is great, and now the movie itself is, we've talked about this.
I think his Bruce Wayne is really good.
His Bruce Wayne's really good. I think his Batman's good, but his problem was that Tommy Lee Jones is an awful Two-Face. Yes. The movie's not great. I think Jim Carrey kind of outshined him as the Riddler, because people were really big into Jim Carrey at that point because of Ace Ventura and all that.
When Batman Forever comes out, Jim Carrey is absolute at the top of his game. Yeah. I would say the mountain is here, and after this movie, he starts going down. And I'm not saying that as a negative, because he come up with some great stuff afterwards. Man on the Moon,
Eternal Sunshine,
Spotless Mind. Cable Guy was probably after that, or maybe around the same time. Yeah, but I'm telling you, Batman Forever was at the peak.
Yeah, so I feel like that kind of hurts Val Kilmer in this role as well, because he's kind of outshined by Jim Carrey. But when I met Val Kilmer, he was the first ever celebrity that I remember that they had roped off and had curtains up so that you couldn't see him, because this was after his cancer surgery. I think he had throat cancer.
Yeah,
and he couldn't talk. So,
well, I'm looking at his signature, right, and I'm not trying to critique it, but we've got some beautiful signatures in our collection. His looks like the square root of W.
Well, and he used a Sharpie that looks like it might have been dying, because it isn't really bold. I wish at this point I wasn't doing paint pens or anything. So
or either I'm not dissing on it, but it says to me, to Mike, equals the square root of negative W.
So, again, I put this one in there because he is Batman, and I got a Batman signature. I don't know if I ever get a chance to meet Michael Keaton or George Clooney.
Did you meet Kevin Conroy?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you meet Kevin Conroy?
I met Kevin Conroy. I got him on a Funko. I didn't put any Funkos in this. It's all 8x10.
Well, that's a Batman.
That is a Batman, but I wasn't doing Funkos for this. But again, I'm talking about movie.
I got you. So this was at Atlanta Comic-Con a few years ago, I remember.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It was it after COVID? I think it was 2022.
It could have been right. That might have been that year that the mask stuff was going on.
Yeah,
I think they remember they didn't. 2020, they probably didn't have the con.
Yeah, well, he wasn't wearing a mask when I met him. I know that for sure.
Oh, he was definitely wearing a mask, because I saw the picture with Corey. He has the little shroud thing.
No, that's called a scarf. he was not wearing a mask when I met him.
A scarf,
dude. He's not wearing
99 degrees in Atlanta.
Dude, I've got a photo with Val Kilmer. He's not wearing a mask in it. And if anyone needed to wear one, it would be him. So it definitely wasn't during COVID.
Yeah,
It might have been before COVID. It might have been 2019.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Well, then it had to be like 2022 or 2023. It had to be well after COVID where
I
we
feel
were.
like it was not that long ago. Great actor, obviously Tombstone. You
Yeah,
know,
everyone's going to know him for Doc Holliday. That's going to be the big.
really? See, I love Heat. I mean, the guy's got an excellent collection.
I think Doc Holliday is what he will forever be known for.
I'm Your Huckleberry is one of those.
I'm Your
ones.
Huckleberry. I mean, to me, I love Batman. I was like, I've got to get if I'm going to meet someone who played Batman, I've got to get something Batman.
What am I doing? What acting here?
Oh, it's like you're playing tennis. Are you doing the cape?
No, it's the Tombstone where he's flipping the gun. He's got the cup.
Oh, he's doing the cup. Yeah, because that's with Michael Biehn.
Yeah, I know. Are you sick too? Yeah. Well,
But, I really enjoyed getting to meet him. He was wearing a Los Angeles Clippers hat, which is a basketball team, and they had just signed like somebody big or something. And I remember him saying to him, "I'm like, hey, they might actually be really good this year." And he points to his hat and he smiles and he starts like shaking his head, yes. And I was like, "That's cool." He couldn't talk, so I mean, I wasn't going to be able to talk to him or anything. But we got a reaction, and he did seem happy and everything. So I got to meet a Batman. I mean, how freaking cool was that?
Yeah, and like I said, when Val Kilmer was at the top of his game when this movie got made too, I want to say Heat was probably around the same year. But look, to keep on, we're over an hour. So do you want to do your San Diego Comic-Con, big boy?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one.
We'll end with our combo.
Yeah, because I want to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con one here.
Okay, perfect.
This is one of my cooler autographs here. So
I want to really do it justice. Hold on, let me play with it for a second. Make it bigger. It's obviously you've had it a while.
Yeah, so I went to San Diego Comic-Con in 1999. So this is before it became what it is today. Like there wasn't like, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds and all them.
So you were like 62 then?
It was like I wasn't born yet. But it was like a real comic convention with some movie elements to it. Whereas now it's more of a movie convention with a little comic stuff. But
right.
So this signature is Stan Lee. He is, along with Jack Kirby and some other guys known as the guys from Marvel. Like they are the main guys from Marvel. And
I mean, he's the grandfather of every comic that we watch. Every comic.
Yeah, well, he if you notice, he's in most of the MCU movies with a little thing. But okay, so
watch Mallrats if you want to know what.
Watch Mallrats too. Yeah. So I got this in '99 at San Diego Comic-Con. He signed my badge, and you're like, "Well, why a badge? Why not like a Fantastic Four comic or an X-Men?"
The badge is not even a Stan Lee character; it's Sandman, right? Neil Gaiman.
Sandman. Yeah. So how I got this signature is I was walking around San Diego Comic-Con, and I happened to see Stan Lee's table, and I just look over, and I'm like, "Holy crap, that's Stan Lee!" There's like 5 people in line. And I'm like, oh my God, there's only 5 people in line for Stan Lee? This is insane. I looked through my backpack because I had bought some comics, all DC comics. I'm like, crap. I was like, I don't have anything.
You don't have one Marvel comic?
I don't have a single Marvel comic on me. So I go get in line. And this isn't the days where, he had like a bunch of 8x10s up there or anything. It's just like you had to bring something for him to sign. And I get up to the front. And I'm like, sir, I don't have anything for you to sign. I was like, can you sign this, the badge? And he jokes. He's like, that's not my Sandman. So I'm laughing. And I think
Did he do Sandman?
I don't know if he created the Sandman character. I would imagine he did, but
wow.
I mean, it's a Spider-Man character.
Jesus. Stanley.
But that's a DC Sandman, so it's obviously he didn't do that one. But so I think I'd gotten in line. I think it had been cut off. Like, they'll cut the lines. But I think the person cutting the line had walked away when I stepped in line. That's why I only had like 5 people in line. because the guy who cut the line came back and stood behind me, and he gave me this like look, and I was like, "Oh crap! I cut the line. That's why the line's so short, because he's about to leave."
You cut in line for
I didn't.
Stan Lee?
I didn't cut in front of everybody, but I got in the line that I guess I
not
wasn't
Stan Lee.
supposed to. Said the line was done. So I get up there, and again, like I said, no Marvel comic. He signs the badge. It's a cool little story. I have a signature from Stan Lee, regardless. At the end of the day, he didn't sign Spider-Man Funko Pop or anything.
Who did you go to Comic-Con with? You go with Bill?
I went with Bill. And this is 99, so of course he wasn't as old, as he went along, there's that whole thing where he was going to conventions and he was like falling asleep, and like his handler or whatever was like holding his hand, helping him sign stuff. And this was, I got to meet Stan Lee in a really good place. Like,
so like I bring up Mallrats again. Stan Lee was probably not much older than me in that scene. He might be like 50 something.
He'd be at least, I'd say he's either late 50s or 60s.
Yeah. So he's pretty good shape. And soon after that, you meet him.
I meet him. And again, he's good. Got his wits about him. I get to talk to him for a little bit, and
wow.
I got to meet Stan Lee. I mean, how cool is that? I mean,
yeah. And we saw him at Dragon Con. I guess I could have got a signature from him.
But that was when, he had gotten old, and you don't know how much,
right,
if he was there.
Right. He was just kind of doing the motions. Right.
Well, and I think, again, there's been people who have said that whoever his manager or handler was, they were just, rolling them out to these things when they really shouldn't have.
Yeah, there was like a big lawsuit about that. Mm-hmm. That's a great, so you got, I mean, the badge is not even that good of a badge. I mean, now you can't, I mean, when y'all went to San Diego Comic-Con, obviously, it's not what it is today, where Hollywood has kind of taken it over and made it. Whatever.
You know what the big movie was when we went there that they had people there for?
What?
The Blair Witch Project.
Wow. Wow. It's not even a comic movie.
and now, yeah, it's not even a comic movie. They did do comic for it, but now you can meet like the Heather Donahue from the Blair Witch Project. I saw her at Days of the Dead last year.
She's like in the camera and like,
yeah, I met her last year. Walked right up to her table. But in 99,
that was it. That was at Days of the Dead.
Yeah, at Days of the Dead. In 99, I saw her at San Diego Comic-Con. She probably had 1,000 people in her line because Blair Witch was that huge then.
It was quite huge.
It was.
It was scary too. I still don't like watching it.
But
I don't like watching it.
Okay, I think I got one more. Me and you are gonna share this one.
Yeah, we're coming in strong. Okay, well, I'm gonna play my video first, and then we'll put your photo up there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, screenshot. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay. Here we go. So, this one's big as far as signatures go. I want to say I started this journey, which y'all love to joke to me. It's for the journey, right? It's always for the journey. Sometimes you can't get everybody. This is a cast photo of TNG. That's the next generation to the Laban. Star Trek TNG. So, you can't usually go to one con and get all these people. So I call it for the journey. You get one person here, one person there, one person there, one person there. And usually the main one, like Patrick Stewart's like the last one you can get. Now, I want to say I started with Patrick Stewart. Am I right?
We definitely started. Me and you both started with Patrick Stewart on this.
Yeah. And I'll never forget, he's actually there the same year Stan Lee's there, and they're in the same area of Dragon Con, which they don't do signatures there no more at that spot.
Was it the Hyatt? Or not the Hyatt, the Hilton.
Yeah, it was at the Hilton, exactly, because that's where the Walk of Fame used to be. But we walk in, and I remember Patrick Stewart's. You walk in with just like 5 people at a time, which is kind of cool because it kind of gets you a little one-on-one time with the guy. So I remember you and me went in there together, and he's like, "It's so cold in there," and I'm like, "Somebody get Patrick Stewart a blanket," and he had one of those little like. I don't know, Scott hats, little roadie hats.
Okay.
You know what it is?
Old
And
man hat.
it was just so cool. You meet Patrick Stewart. He's Jean-Luc Picard. I mean, he's in pretty good shape at this point. This was probably 15 years ago, I would say.
And he was smaller than I thought he would be.
Yeah, he's a small guy. That being said, we got Patrick Stewart, started the cast photo. I want to say got Brent Spiner, Deanna Troy, and LeVar Burton at the same time, like maybe the next year. Because the reason why I say that, you and me have a group photo with all 4 of them where I'm hugged up on Riker. You're hugged up on Marina Sirtis, and the other 2 are just kind of off to the side, like nobody.
Like the weird uncles.
Yeah, and it's like I remember Jonathan Frakes was like, "I remember you. There ain't many people here taller than me," because I was taller than Jonathan Frakes, which he's about 6'3", so I'm only about 1 or 2 inches taller than him, but awesome signatures. If you could see from my signatures, I had my signatures personalized. Jonathan Frakes, I had him put Mr. Wall Fire from Best of Both Worlds. And here at the end, you can there it is right here, Mr. Wall Fire. Dr. Crusher, who I think we got that might be the last one
Atlanta
I got.
Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I got hurt at Atlanta Comic-Con. I can tell you that.
That's like the last one I got.
Not Atlanta Comic-Con, the Star Trek convention, the Atlanta Star Trek convention, the 1-year one. I got Beverly Crusher at that.
Worf, I got separate, and I don't know if she wrote on yours, but she's like, "Steve, you missed your physical." It's like, which is kind of funny. And of course, Worf is like, "Perhaps today is a good day to die," which is one of
Death to the opposition.
Death to the opposition. But as you can see, Mr. Wall Fire, Jonathan Frakes, so badass. But if you look here, the old picture of me and Jonathan Frakes, me and my stupid little polo shirt, my little half badge. What a dork.
Dad, are we going to go play pickleball today?
Yeah. I mean, look how cool. He is my dad. Look at this guy, this skinny little redheaded guy. But Jonathan Frakes, my God, what a stud. He's great. And we met him multiple times. We completed this signature photo. Like I said, you did the same photo, but you did it completely different. You don't personalize. You just went with your signatures. So I'm going to throw yours up there. So
I will say that you were talking about the pro photo op. When we went into that, first of all, the photo op was, again, Frakes, Marina Sirtis, LeVar Burton, and Brent Spiner.
Right.
So when we went in, we both wanted to stand next to Frakes. And you were like, "I've got Frakes." And when we went in,
I called
Marina Sirtis was like, "Okay, well, you're going to stand next to me." And she grabbed me and pulled me to her.
That's great. Now I gotta. While you're talking, I gotta adjust this photo because it is I didn't notice you actually have a different photograph than I have. It's the same photo, but it's different, like quality wise.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, I don't know what. It might be the way the picture's taken on there too.
It's not that yours is worse quality than mine. It's almost like it was a different print. But we would have gotten it at the same time.
And I think mine's because it's a picture of a picture, and I think it is brightened it up a little bit.
Gotcha.
So in mine, I got mine at a lot of different places. Again, we started with Patrick Stewart at Dragon Con. I got Beverly Crusher and Worf at the Star Trek Atlanta. I got both of them there. And I might have gotten Jonathan Frakes there too.
Well, am I correct in that everybody has the same color on yours? It's silver? Or is there some gold in there?
It might be some gold in there.
See, yeah, that's one thing that I noticed that my stuff's got black. It's got gold. Patrick Stewart's signature is spot, by the way. My God, it's such a pretty signature.
But I met LeVar Burton and Brent Spiner at the Star Trek Las Vegas convention.
Yeah.
And whenever I got, so they were the last two I needed. So I met LeVar Burton first. And when I met him, he's signing it. He's like, oh my God. He's like, you only have one to go, Brent Spiner. And I'm like, yeah. And LeVar Burton looks over at Brent Spiner and he's like, I've got one for you next.
Yeah, sucker. Hey, hold on. Before you get this signature, I need $60.
I don't know if I'd already paid because I think they had like a line and you went through all of them and I think you paid up front and you just went through all of them.
Hey, speaking of, it was Brent Spiner's birthday. Yesterday?
Yeah, like yesterday, I think.
It's like 76.
Go watch their YouTube channel. It's like what's it called? Brent and John dropping names or something like that.
Who's with Brent Spiner?
Jonathan Frakes.
Frakes is doing a podcast?
Yeah, it's the two of them together, and their first guest was LeVar Burton.
Unbelievable. So we start doing a podcast at the same time that Jonathan Frakes started doing a podcast?
We sure did.
Wow. Well, now I don't feel too bad.
Yeah. You know what? I've noticed they talk over each other a lot, so they haven't gotten it down yet. You and me, we got this chemistry. Yeah. You would think they'd have it, but
yeah.
They'll change subject real quick too. Like, it's weird.
While you're talking, I gotta see how many subscribers they got. What's it called?
I think it's called Brent and John. It's either Brent and John or Brent and Johnny are dropping names.
Dropping names.
And it's interesting. Like, it's really cool. But
did you listen to the first episode?
Yeah, I've listened. They've had a couple.
They've got 74,000 subscribers, dude.
Yeah, you think some of those people would come to us as we do Sci-Fi as well?
I mean, I really
think
we should be a guest.
1,000 of them?
To me, we should be a guest on their show.
We'd have to fly out there. Sit on the couch.
No, we don't. We did the same. Oh, you're right. They're sitting down. How many episodes have they done? Looks like they've only done one episode.
Just one. I think they've done some shorts and stuff.
They did a fan Q&A. I would love to do that. Claire would be the only fan. Wow. 74,000. How do you just start with that many subscribers?
I mean, they're pretty. They're going to get the sci-fi crowd. They're people that love Star Trek are going to follow.
They probably the followers. I'll tell you exactly what they do. At one of these cons, they mention it and plug it, and it gets people subscribe right there.
True.
That's what we're going to do when we go to the Days of the Dead. Okay, how many views do you think their video has?
If they have 74,000, I don't know, 50,000?
74,000 views.
Oh.
Yeah. That's odd, isn't it?
74,000 subscribers and 74,000 views.
I'm thinking bots. I hate to say it. I think they got some bots going on.
No, because I am one of the subscribers, so.
Well, so let me get SciFrantic on there. Let me subscribe.
We both have the Star Trek. This
we'll get a comment. Love.
This is,
hey, I'm gonna say check out our podcast. Check out. Oh God, I'm doing all this cycling. I'm not even typing in it. What does it do? Hold on. There we go. Okay, check out our.
We talked about Star Trek today.
Yeah,
come listen.
Happy birthday, Brent.
I'm sure they're not going through that. I'm sure they got somebody, producers and such.
Yeah,
we both have Star Trek: The Next Generation cast photos signed. Unfortunately, it's not the whole cast, so we don't have like Tasha Yar and Wesley Crusher, and
we don't need none of them. We got
the main
cast. I mean, like Dr. Pulaski's not on there.
No.
Yeah, but a great journey to get this photo. This is a very proud photo. Completed signatures. I've got DS9 kind of started. I got a lot of Voyager.
The DS9 one. my DS9 cast photo, I'm just missing 3 people. And it's the 3. For some reason, Sarah Lofton, I've never gotten him. I think he's done a good many like Star Trek conventions, but not a lot outside of that. And then the other
Obviously, you're
2
missing O'Brien.
Kyle Meany and Avery Brooks, because Avery Brooks did one Dragon Con, and
Let me see if I got
he
Brooks.
stopped doing convention.
I don't know if I got. The problem
So
with
those are the 3.
DS9 is like the best characters in the show are characters that wouldn't be in a cast photo, like William. Yeah, I don't have. I've got Kira and I got Ezri and I got Worf. I got Worf to sign it again.
You got an Ezri cast photo?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah, my Deep Space Nine cast photo. I've got.
Oh, I got Dr. Bashir on here.
Yeah, remember he
Oh.
came to Dragon Con. We went to his panel.
Dude, I got a great line from Dr. Bashir. In time of war, the law falls silent. Cicero. Yeah, well, we'll do DS9 later. Wow. I put check out our podcast. Should I write something else or is that it?
We love you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna like my own posts. Oh God. Okay, dude. Well, we made it to 1 hour and 25 minutes.
That is just a small portion of our autographs, and one day we'll get through all of them. It might take a year.
It's okay. We're gonna do it. Actually, we're gonna add a few. We'll probably show. We'll probably show the new ones when we go to the HorrorCon.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do a haul.
I need to put a poll out there. You already put your poll out there, but I need to put another poll out there. Who should I get Brad Dourif to sign? I'm thinking Lord of the Rings. Grim and Wormtongue.
I mean, he's got Lord of the Rings. He's got Chucky, Child's Play. Like I was joking around with you and Clark, I was like, should I get him on an Alien Resurrection?
God, what a beautiful.
I love that. Hilarious. Like him acting like he's gonna push the button, and the alien's like, no.
Yeah, you got a creature that has acid for blood, and you put them in a room with 2 of them. That obviously is not acid for blood preventable. That movie sucks, Mike.
Alien Resurrection's awesome.
Alien Resurrection is not the greatest science fiction.
For those who commented on the best sequel poll, it's better than Predator 2. I'll tell you that.
It is not. Predator 2 is way better.
Much better.
Hold on. No.
Nah.
Okay, dude. Well, unless you got anything else, I think that's it.
I think that's it. When we do the Days of the Dead convention, we can do a haul video at the end of it, kind of show what all we got autographed.
Yeah, I'll tab the GoPro. We'll have some B-roll. And
I'm bringing my phone, so we're good.
Yeah, maybe we'll do an interview with a fan or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know what we're going to do next week. Me and Mike pretty much play this by ear.
We've been doing top 5s, and we just kind of decided to step away from it for a second just to do some autograph stuff. If you prefer the top 5s, let us know in the comments. But I think we're going to probably just do another top 5 next week for fun. Just see what we'll do.
Yeah, maybe just have you and me. Maybe we'll have a guest star. Who knows? Maybe Claire.
Maybe. I've had 1 or 2 people come up to me and say they wouldn't mind doing it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know these people?
Nick, I asked him if he'd want to, and he said he'd do it.
We'd have to do something comic oriented for him.
I mean, he's a big Star Trek guy too, but we just did a Star Trek one and a comic one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Well, we got a big year for sci-fi movies, and we didn't really talk about that, but we got Dune. To me, I consider Odyssey sci-fi fantasy. I guess it's not really sci-fi, but it's fantasy.
Does that come out this year?
Yeah. There's something else sci-fi. I can't remember. But we were going to do Starfleet Academy, but it's getting murdered.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's like they weren't awful. I didn't hate them like some people do, but I didn't enjoy them a lot either. So
it's just we got to experience new sci-fi.
Yeah, it's just I didn't want to keep coming on here every week talking about a show that maybe we didn't like.
I don't want to be negative. I want to be positive on here, and just that's what the internet's doing, is just beating it up. I wouldn't mind seeing that Lord of the Rings spinoff. It's getting good reviews. You might want to check it out.
They got a couple. I haven't watched the other TV show. Like they had like that one TV show, and I was
The
like,
Dragon.
oh,
No, this one you don't have to watch it to see that. This one takes place like 100 years before Game of Thrones, and it's called the Knights of the Seven or something like that.
okay.
Okay, Sci-Frantic. I'm the Wall Man signing off.
Ensign Mike here, and live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, and don't you go changing. Have a good night.
See you guys.